whole taillight thing.
You ready?
That you can't. Is this whole taillight thing that you can't.
Did you just crack it?
Yeah. Is this whole taillight thing.
You ready?
That you can't. Is this whole taillight thing that you can't.
Did you just crack it?
Yeah.
So as you just saw in that video, I just shattered my brother's taillight with a small tap from my fist. So there's only two possible things that can be true. One is, it is possible to break a taillight.
That you can't. Is this whole taillight thing that you can't.
Did you just crack it?
Yeah.
Looks like it was already cracked though, bro.
That you can't.
You see it? Looks like there was already a mock in there.
Is this whole taillight thing that you can't.
The guy that was on Twitter or TikTok or whatever showing that he punched the taillight out with his bare hands and barely hit it. First of all, you can see the crack, which I'm going to point out. Second of all, a Jeep Wagoneer taillight compared to an almost $100,000 Lexus is night and day. I would say the thickest part of a Wagoneer taillight is probably 100 thousandths, where these go all the way up to 300 thousandths. You're not going to punch it and knock it out. And that hurts. I can't do anymore. It's not going to work. These lights are way too thick, way too sturdy, way too strong. That hurt my knuckles. That hurt my knuckles bad. And that's my knuckles and the pointed part. So if anything was going to break it, it would be that part of my knuckle. I could hit that as hard as I wanted to and it would break my hand. I guarantee it. My hand is hurting right now. Oh. Now this is part of a $60 package of 2 taillights. These go on trailers, utility trucks. You can use them for all sorts of things, but even this one, you can't punch it out. I can't hit it again. My hand hurts too bad from the other one. But you can't punch these things out that easy. The light on the Wagoneer was already broken. You can see it. Frozen, non-frozen, they don't splinter. I can't measure that without taking it apart. Cold weather doesn't affect polycarbonate until it gets down to -40. Hurts my hands. All right, now here we go with frozen taillight. It's 15 degrees, 14 degrees. This one's a little warmer because I just put it in there a few hours ago. The temperature doesn't really affect these very much until it gets down to -40. No difference. The temperature just doesn't affect this plastic like you would think. This piece was already broke. It was taped in. But the cold weather does not make them brittle. It is not brittle. Okay, I've had some requests to measure the taillight thickness Different spots of the taillight are different thicknesses. Like where the reverse light isn't that thick. And the sides are thinner. This would be a side. That's about typical for the side. Just depends on where you measure it at, the thickness. The clear part, it's pretty thin over the turn signal. The guy that was on Twitter or TikTok or whatever showing that he punched the taillight out with his bare hands and barely hit it. First of all, you can see the crack, which I'm going to point out, and knock it out. I'm gonna have bruised knuckles for sure. But that was just to show that it is not possible. I'm gonna be doing a temperature test as well to show the temperature doesn't affect this plastic. Regular tail light, warm. Finally cracked it. I'll do the same thing with one that is 0 degrees, and it'll be the same outcome. Back to the Lexus light. Explained how it comes out, but I didn't explain why it couldn't have been broken. Cannot break the Lexus light pulling it out because it's so close to the body, like I've explained it before. It's too close to the body. The body comes all the way around it. When you pull the light out, the only way the light comes out is slides straight out from the vehicle. Only these 2 pins actually hold it once these 2 screws are removed. They're like little Christmas tree looking deal. And they hold on to a rubber garment. You just pull the light straight back. And then all of these little clips hold the light in place to keep it from rattling or moving around or whatever else. That's the only way it happens. You can't break this whole corner off by pulling the taillight out. The only way that got broken was by somebody prying on the light, trying to break it. My guess is they were trying to break either this outer clear or the inner clear for the turn signal. But these lights don't look like they're as strong as they are, but these things are strong. To the Jeep Wagoneer guy, Not gonna happen. That's hitting it until it starts hurting my knuckles. If I hit it much harder, it's gonna break my hand. You're not gonna break this out by punching it. It's too thick. That part of the tail light is the thickest part of the tail light, which is that part. I don't know if I can do this single-handed. It's about 177, 178 thousandths right there. Actually, almost 180 thousandth. That's the part of the tail light that I was just hitting. It's 239 thousandths. The thinner part, well, 246 thousandths. The side part is what's thin on this. That is only 105. 103. It's a little bit thicker right there. 64, and then the top of it's even more thick. 190. Where the reverse light is. 277. Reverse light itself is 110. It's right beside the reverse, or the I keep calling it reverse light, right beside the tail light. 181. 265. 319, 226, so it's different thicknesses in different spots. Corner's 112, this corner piece is 219, 223. You get the gist of it. It's between 300, it's between 100 and 300 thousandths. So these tail lights are by no means thin lights. The camera just doesn't do it justice. These two pieces together back to back is 372 thousandths. 226. This is like where it wraps around. 307. 326. 217. I would venture to guess that the Jeep Wagoneer taillight is probably only, I don't even know if it'd be 100 thousandths. This housing, which is fiber reinforced, it's 200. This upper corner, the top part of it, it's 481. That's 191 thousandths. Very, very top corner. It's 280 thousandths. That's where that corner's broke out. 283. But that's not including the insides of the taillight, because that's where it gets even more crazy. Because the circuit board inside of it, that is a hard, whatever PVCs are made out of, 70 thousandths, 67 thousandths. But this whole module, that piece that holds the turn signal light in, is really, really strong. It's almost like a metal that is so strong. I can't even get in there to measure it. But there's the green circuit board. And inside this part of the taillight, there's metal in with the bracketry. This circuit board almost feels like metal. The brackets that actually hold the LEDs in, those are all metal. I knew there was metal in it. That part's metal that holds that LED in. That's a metal bracket. It doesn't matter any of that, because that chrome strip that went along here that's broken, without anything else being broken, would never happen. How could the inside of the taillight break? And then you've got the scratch on the side where they pried that piece of light out. It's crazy. You cannot punch these lights out with a fist.